Hello, this is a review of my Kimber Raptor 2. Last time I talked with you guys, I was giving you information about my impressions, what I expected from this firearm, and what I would expect the performance would be. But this time I can actually say I did fire the firearm, and I'm going to give you an actual review. Right at the bottom, you see my various magazines. These are the Kimber magazines. These are my Wilson Combat magazines, as well as a old 80 series Colt magazine here. All these magazines performed flawless. There were no malfunctions or jams. But here's what I have to say in reference to that. The ammo that I used at the range before, and I had a similar problem with the Magtech 45 ACP 230 grain ammo. I had that problem in my Kimber Super Carry Ultra, and the problem I've been getting with this ammo is when you fire this ammo through your firearm, the issue is because it has a lot of, I guess you would say, particles that come out. It makes your gun very dirty. It makes the area where you fire, where the bullets are extracted, well, excuse me, the casings are extracted. It's a dirty area. So what happens is when you try to feed a clean round through the slide, the issue becomes that that round won't be chambered. For example, I fired 8 rounds through one magazine, pulled the slide back. Well, the slide is already back at this point. And then I just popped the magazine in, pulled the slide back to let it pop forward. And this is what happens. The round tries to extract, it goes through, and it gets caught. That's because I believe all the fouling it gets at the feed ramp, and it only happens on that particular ammo because it leaves a lot of dirty deposits inside. And I'm going to show you exactly where I'm talking about. This gun's unloaded, by the way. I'm not in the right lighting, but I'll do the best I can. Right in here is where it fouls up at. Right in this particular area, right at the feed ramp. I left the gun dirty to show you, but I'm not sure I can get it in proper lighting so you can see what I'm talking about. But it fouls up right in that particular area. So even if you have a round that's supposed to be stripped off and to go into be chambered, it seems to get hung up on that dirt or some type of sticky deposit that's within the powder over there. So what I had to do was either I had to force the slide forward after it's been locked, which is a bad way to do that, or the other way I had to do it was to put the slide forward in the beginning, then put the magazine in, and then charge it the regular way so it can pop forward, extract the round, and push that round to be chambered. That's what I had to do basically. So if you excuse me, I don't have I'm just filming this off a cell phone. It has to be in this position, the magazine placed in, and then the slide has to be racked. And that's what happens. That is the only way that particular ammo gets chambered in. Other than that, that ammo, if you do it from the position that I had it before, where the slide is already locked back, and you put the magazine in, and you try to get that slide to come forward, it's going to be out of battery. It's going to be jammed right there. So the trick is with that particular ammo, if you're using that type of ammo, make the slide come forward, put the magazine in, and then rack the slide. It's stupid. I know it's stupid. And you shouldn't have to do that with this type of firearm, which is roughly about $1,300. But it To me, it's not the gun's fault. It's the particular ammo, and it's happened before. And like I said, it's happened before in my Super Carry Ultra, and it's that particular ammo. No problems with any other ammo, such as the Winchester White Box or anything like that. So that's the point I'm trying to make. It was definitely the ammo. A lot of people are blaming the gun. Ammo is a funny thing. It's kind of fickle. It's like if you have a car and your friend has the same car and you use the same gas, your vehicle might not work with that particular gas, but your buddy's vehicle might work with that particular gas. So you have to use another maker. So that's the way the ammo is. It might not do the what I'm saying. Maybe the Magtech might not be working right in this particular gun or my other carry ultra, my super carry ultra. You might not have any problems with that particular ammo, but it's definitely an issue with this firearm, and I won't be using that particular brand. To get back to the firearm itself, I just wanted to show you from roughly, this is about 30 to 35 feet. The accuracy with this gun is very good. Still getting used to the sighting. I had some groups in here hit the bullseye like I wanted to over here in this section, but I wanted to bring this grouping down. So it's a matter of me getting adjusted to the sights, matter of me using the proper trigger control. So this is a nice group here toward the paper up here, but I actually wanted it down here. So I'm either aiming it a little bit too high. It's kind of funny because I usually shoot too low and I end up in this section. But this time it's all right here. The consistent part about it is that the rounds are staying at least centered where I want it to be centered, but not where the bullseye is. So it's pretty good ammo. Correction. It's a pretty good gun with its good accuracy. A couple flyers here hit in this section. I actually was trying to readjust and aim towards the center of the target here so I can get a perfect headshot, but this is as close as I got to the target I want. And again, I think I was shooting a little bit too high again and still trying to center, so that's why you see at least two shots out and the three shots right here that I wanted to place in this area. But with a little practice, it's going to work out eventually. But I'm really happy about this grouping here. Just got to bring it down. Some this grouping shows that it's pretty tight groupings. The next target you see, it's going to be at a different distance. I'm trying to get better at long distance shooting. So my targeting is pretty much from, I would say roughly 40, 45 feet. I'm trying to expand that to roughly 50 to, improve. You got to keep practicing, keep shooting, and that way you'll improve. Uh, this is where I like my targets, right here. Right here in the red where the X is, and right about here. And I want to get good enough to stay outside of this, inside this black and red area. I was shooting at a faster pace at this point, but they seem to be concentrated right around in that area. Still a tight grouping, still an accurate gun. It's not the gun's fault. It's just that I got to do a little more practicing to get my skills up. So, and as you see up top here, again in the black like I wanted, but still I was aiming a little bit too high, and still tight groups. A flyer here. And like I said, with a little practice, hopefully I can get better. I used to shoot a long time ago, and when you don't practice, your skills diminish. And that's what basically happens. Uh, just a last thought about the Kimber Raptor 2. I like the gun a lot. It's my favorite 1911, even though I only own two. I used to have a lightweight commander. When I was firing, a lot of people do complain about this back strap here. this back strap that's pretty much plastic. I'm going to still work with this back strap. I think I have small hands, so right at the down in this area where I would get the grip in this area right here, it's kind of getting a little irritating over here. So I really think maybe it's the way I'm gripping the gun or whatnot. I'm going to have to work those things out. I've looked at other videos to help me grip the gun a little better. Like I'm a little rusty. I'm haven't fired a 1911 in a while and just getting back into 1911s. I'm usually a Glock person, so I don't with Glocks I don't have any issues. But I'm just breaking myself back into the 1911 game here. But if I adjust my grip a little bit, I think I won't have this rubbing effect or irritation that I'm getting. If not, then I might swap it out and get a different type of mainspring housing in the back here. But if you have any thoughts or any suggestions on what type of mainspring to get to replace this, and or any thoughts about how I can shoot this gun a little more accurate. We're all here in the shooting community. We all like our First Amendment rights. Best way to learn is from learning from everybody else that's out in the shooting world. But that's my review. I'm really happy with the firearm. I just want to be able to get a little more proficient with it. And I love shooting this at the range. So, any comments or any or likes or anything like that, feel free to do so. And I appreciate it. Take care.